Hello, everyone. Y'all, we are super excited. Y'all, hello. Y'all, get in here. We are about to have a great time on our spotlight. Hello, everyone. I am Ramona Hallman of the ColorBold Business Association, and I would like to welcome you to our Entrepreneur of Color Spotlight. Y'all, our spotlight is where we highlight an entrepreneur's business journey. And we do this, y'all already know, every first and third Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Y'all, this partnership, everything that we do for the Entrepreneur of Color Spotlight is brought to you by the partnership and the shared mission of the Appleton Public Library, the ColorBold Business Association, and UW-Madison Division of Extension out of Gaming and Winnebago County. And we are able to do this work because of our much appreciated sponsors. And our sponsors is the Hmong Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Wisconsin United Coalition of Mutual Assistance Association. So we are so excited. And so, of course, we have a wonderful entrepreneur for our spotlight today. But before I bring him on, let me tell you a little bit about him. So, y'all, y'all know I be getting excited. William is going to be coming on, y'all. William graduated from UW Stevens Point, obtaining his Bachelor of Science degree. He serves as a student conduct manager at the Fox Valley Technical College. Y'all, he embodies years of serving in many capacities, such as student services, diversity relation, equal opportunity officers. Y'all, and when he is not helping students and staff, guess what? He owns and operates an indoor and outdoor movie equipment rental company, Fox City Flix. Don't y'all love that name? Fox City Flix. And even with all of that, he ensures that he makes time for his family. His family enjoys hosting backyard movie nights. And y'all, lean in. Around his neighborhood, he is becoming well known for his jerk chicken, his Jamaican jerk chicken, y'all. We gonna get ready to welcome none other, y'all. Help me welcome none other than the one, the only William Green. Come on in, William.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness, Ramona. I love that. That was probably the best introduction I've had in a very
The
long time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, William, for coming on. So, we are super excited for you to share your story, your journey with us. So, William, we are already ready to hear from you. So, you kick us off, start talking to us. Can you tell us more about your business?
Well, first off, Ramona, I want to say thank you to you and your partners for this wonderful opportunity to not only showcase my business, but to learn about our business journey and a little bit about, why we got into business and also our commitment to the community. Fox City Flicks, as Ramona said quite eloquently, she can just drop the mic with her excitement. I don't think I can top that. But
Yes, you can. Go ahead,
oh, I
William.
don't know. But I can tell you all that Fox City Flicks is established in Neenah, Wisconsin in 2019. We are a family-run business, community-inspired business, and our family members are very much a part of the concept of Fox City Flicks. For example, we have three children, 8, 10, and 14. All of them hold, ceremonial positions within the company, but nevertheless, they're very much a part of what we do. We provide indoor and outdoor movie equipment rental. So essentially, we bring big screen movie magic to your home of business.
Okay, that's awesome. And so you said like your children, like it's a whole family. The whole
Oh
family has a
yeah,
hand in it. That is
the whole
amazing.
the whole family. I got to tell you, my youngest, Justina, 8 years old, she's the vice president of people. That's a self-proclaimed title.
Love it.
During all of our interviews, she's a part of the interview session, and she has three questions she scribbles out on her notepad to ask the candidates or the technicians, the independent contractors. So, in regards to their interest in working with our family business, and she she takes pride in it, and she
Love
will
it.
let me know, Daddy hire him, Daddy hire her. she gives her input, and it's very black and white, and it's from her lens. And
I
so, if it's
love that.
anything that I really love, is just hearing input from the future, from the children, as it relates to our family-owned business. So it's pretty special.
That's special and that's amazing too, because I think that even when people look at their business, this dynamic of saying like total family and having this space where your children are a part of it is, I think it's unique. And because you're saying that your children have a voice. And so I think that is very unique. And I think people that may even think about business, like would even want to reach out to you to even find out more, even on that dynamic.
And we'll accept the call. I
Will
mean, it's truly special if you share your business concept with different lens, different input. We have technology time, we have innovation time. When we ask our kids, hey, what do you think? What do you think would work?
Mhm.
With our business as we are engaging with the community, and they'll tell us. In fact, we've implemented a few things that the kids have brought to the table for us. And, one of the things is to do a pre-movie dance, get involved.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, we cha-cha slide, we get down. Now,
See,
I'm behind the microphone, Ramona.
okay.
I,
you,
I
you're
bring
not
up
out there cha-cha.
no, I bring my wife and kids. Come on up. We have the family. We're gonna dance the night away. And
Uh,
so it's really an interactive opportunity for folks to come up to join us before the movie. And it also, I'm going to tell you, it also gives us time to work on some of the technical aspects of the pitch and throw for the movie projection system. So it's a pretty good time filler, if you will.
yes, and so Key says like that is awesome. So definitely. So thank you for shouting it out, Key. Um, Also, for those that are watching, definitely, if you have questions, you can definitely put your questions in the chat, and then we will definitely get you an answer. And so, William, as you got started, what motivated you to get started? Like, let's go back.
Oh, wow. So honestly, Ramona, so when we started this, we started with a TV in our backyard. And it was nice, it's a TV, and then you're outside, enjoying the outdoor summer weather. And then
Hmm.
I said, "Boy, what else can we do?" And I was like, shopping online late at night, in between fantasy football, and I wanted to get some things going. And I said, well, let's try some movie. And so I looked for movie equipment online, and I found something, and I ordered it. And it was quite expensive, and I tried to hide it from my wife at first, but then she kind of stumbled upon it, and then I said, okay, let's bring this thing out. We didn't know how to set it up, we didn't know how to work it, we didn't know how to operate it. So I would say the thing that motivated me was just seeing with that equipment, the excitement, the energy, the happiness that the
Yes.
movie projection screen system brought my family. And then we had neighbors who were looking, and you can see the top of the movie screen over our fence, and
Hmm.
folks were asking to use the equipment. And my wife said, well, you better charge them admission. And I said, that's
Hmm.
interesting, because this is expensive, because I don't want anybody tearing up our stuff. So instead of charging our neighbors, we thought that maybe we'll do a trial run and really get out and see if this is something that people really like. So my motivation really came from just having this equipment, knowing that it was exciting to people, and I wanted to share that excitement as much as I could.
Awesome, awesome. And so he is in there. She's letting us know like absolutely what is
Yes.
needed, what you're doing. So absolutely. So William, let's go a little bit deeper into this. So
Okay.
there may be folks in our audience that want to explore a business like yours, right? So what would you say would be their first step?
Oh, I'm going to sound like a commercial, everyone, but I would say do your homework, follow your passion. It is courageous. This is a courageous opportunity for you to live out your dream. I would say get yourself organized, write a contract to yourself in regards to getting stuff done, because many of us, we're all busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can easily get sidetracked with all these other things, but if you have a dream, get organized, stay focused on that dream, and again, write that contract to yourself. So, because only you can get this started, but it's also an opportunity to just document like your start and everything. So that's what we did. We just documented everything. We wrote down our plan of action. I know it sounds kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm really not a planner, some people might think, but with your dreams and something that's important to you, you're probably more of a planner than you think, that you know.
Okay. So you're saying first thing I definitely need to do, this is going to be something that I enjoy, making sure I plan. And when you talked about the contract, writing the contract to yourself. So if I'm writing the contract, am I writing the contract out as if I'm a possible customer, or am I writing a contract? Like, talk to me a little bit more about when you say
It's
write out a contract.
Yes, you're writing a contract to you.
Ooh.
You're writing, you owe yourself, you giving yourself the permission to shine with your dream. And so I started out with a contract to myself. I said, okay, I'm going to check on a business license. I'm going to check on logo. I'm going to check on insurance. I'm going to check on all these different things. And that was a contract to myself that I set. For the first 6 months, here are
Mm,
the things that I'm going to do. Right.
yes.
And once I finished that, I only had myself to blame if I didn't accomplish it. Right. And so if it's
Mm-hmm.
my dream, only I could give myself permission to do it. So that's what I did.
That is so interesting because I know, like, okay, people, you're writing your plan and you're doing this, but when you say contract, I think that's taking it to a whole new level, right? Because if I
Yeah.
was in contract with other people, I'm gonna make sure that I fulfill my end of the deal. So
Right.
that is
Right.
almost like holding yourself to a higher standard. I really appreciate that. And Key is saying a
A
promissory
promissory
contract
contract.
to sell.
I
So
like that. I
so
like that.
Look at Keith dropping it in here. So now
Right.
the next time you hear William speak, he'll be like, so yes, make sure you do a promissory contract
A
to
promissory
sell
contract to
to
self.
sell.
Oh,
So
wow.
okay,
Yeah.
all righty. So all right, so we're making our promissory contract to sell. So
That's right.
that'll be our first steps and definitely that planning. So now, I know with business owners, a lot of times we talk about support. And so, did you get any business support when you started, informal or formal?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. Yes, I got a lot of informal and formal support. I'm gonna try my best to list all of those things, but when you're up under the lights and the cameras and stuff, I might forget someone. But I definitely want to let you know that definitely you and your sister, Kimyata. You guys, I never forget when I first kind of started out. We had a phone call. I got on the phone call not really knowing what to expect. I said, "Oh boy, Kim and Ramona, they want to talk to me about business ideas." And so we got on, and you guys provided me with a list of potential contacts for my business, and it was so well put together. I thought you guys stayed up all night long cramming and putting this together for me. So thank you to you and Kimyata. I
Welcome.
also like to thank one of your sponsors for sure, the Hmong Chamber, which I am a member, a proud member of the Hmong Chamber. So when I did see the Hmong Chamber up there, I said, "Oh yeah, those my people out there." So I like to say thanks to them as well. ColorBold, all day long. Uh, Business Network has played a very vital role. You mentioned Mia Zhang. That's definitely a player and a great support for me. Um, the business associations throughout the state, WIBIC, Word of Hope Ministries also has a
Mm,
special place in my heart. They're located in Wisconsin. I went through their boot camp. I believe it's 6 weeks boot camp,
Ooh, okay.
and I learned some of the best business techniques and things from individuals and leaders and role models for color and otherwise that was quite significant. And I go back to that boot camp and I think like, wow, that's something that really should be duplicated. More often. So I did have to participate in the Milwaukee area, but they also allowed me to participate remotely. So that was awesome.
Awesome. And it's so amazing. So when you um so to get support, like this support, did it just kind of fall in your lap or did people kind of push you in a direction? Like how did you even get connected? And then I think we got a question from our viewing
Yeah,
audience as well. So I'll let you answer that, and then I'm gonna pull up a question from our audience.
yeah. So I wouldn't say push Ramona because I'm self motivated, but I will say encouraging me to evaluate my dreams because I was
Hmm.
throwing big things out there. I had big ideas that I couldn't even pay for. If I could write a contract, I still couldn't pay for it. So I had to have and take into consideration some very good feedback that really, really helped me to retool some of the things that we were looking at. I had a conversation um, with a young lady who really um, you know, put me into this, making sure that our finances are in QuickBooks and things like that. So I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is great. And the matter of fact, that came from the Word of Hope Ministries boot camp as well. It's like we we really need to have our QuickBooks in order. We were operating with Microsoft Word, Excel spreadsheets and things, and so that really helped us to turn things around as a new small business.
Okay. And so we have a question. So do you feel that support and encouragement was right away, or did it take making connections and putting yourself out there? This is a great question. Thank you, Key.
Key, that's an excellent question. Um, I had to go search down that. I put my story out there. I even put my boo boos. That's what I call my kids in the car, and we would go to different functions and share information about our business. So we had to make those connections, Key. And in fact, coming back to my jerk chicken, and no, I'm not going in jerk chicken business, but when we started, Key, talk about making connections. We went out to promote our business by selling jerk chicken at farmers markets. So I would wake
Mm.
my family up 5:30 in the morning. We would get everything set up. We started out with the Oshkosh farmers market, then we transitioned to the Nina farmers market, and that was significant because not only were we selling good food, we were having great conversation about our business, and that was awesome because when we were asking folks, "How did you hear about us?" they would say, "At the farmers market," and I want some more of that jerk chicken, and so that was our bridge. So, Key, excellent question. We had to go out and make those connections.
That's so interesting. So it is so I know everyone has their different journey and their different way of getting there, but it's so interesting that you chose to instead of going and saying, okay, we're about to set up and talk about just the business itself, you use food as the bridge.
Oh yeah, like my grandmama used to say, slip and hurt yourself trying to eat that food. You know, it's it's an opportunity to really talk to people without selling them something, and it really opened up avenues for us without putting out a PowerPoint presentation, not putting out the pitch slide and things. They got to know us through our food. We also had little music playing, a little reggae. So it was really phenomenal. Tiresome. My family wanted us to get back to where the rubber meets the road, and that's
Hmm.
the movies and gaming and all these
Yes.
different things with our business.
Okay. So, how does support look like today as you're more established? What does support look like now for
I have a
you?
team. I have a team. I have a team of folks that keep me and they're so my banking institution,
Hmm.
attorney, legal, because we deal with lots of movie rights and licensing and all these different
Oh,
things. So
yeah.
we need to stay on top of that. Make sure we're asking the right questions as it relates to, for example, a real example is questions are posed to us about bringing out our projection system for a watch show for sporting events, streaming sporting events. So
Hmm.
you know, I reach out to my legal consultant, and we learn about the different rules and regulations as it relates to streaming a subscription for a sporting event for watch parties. So that's a real example. Also, business plan, the SBDC also has been very instrumental in providing feedback and information and things of that nature to me as part of that as well. My wife
No.
Nicole, she is our chief financial officer. I dare not call her a ceremonial title. She is legit. During the day, she's a pharmacist, and at night, she's the accountant for
All
Fox City
right.
Flix.
Come on
Well,
now.
well, she's the go-between with our accountant. So we do have an accountant, which is part of that team that I just talked about as well.
Yes. Okay. Alrighty. So, in this time, so how has your business grown or changed?
Oh my goodness, our business, we had to pivot. I'm sure we all have heard of this thing called COVID. That changed us for the better. We started in 2019, and COVID struck this planet, as we all know. And 2020 was really interesting for us, but it really allowed us to grow in an area that we weren't growing in yet. So,
Okay.
and that area is FM transmission and drive-ins. So we were
Mhm.
able to pivot, learn the technology. We train, receive hands-on training from our manufacturer of our equipment in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. So we learned
Okay.
some things, and we learned the projection system with the FM transmission, which is very technical, and you do need to stay within a certain space with your FM transmission. So there's a lot of different things that we learned. It allowed us to grow in that category. And so we added that to our list of services, such as, but not limited to, the FM transmission,
Mhm.
gaming. We even have karaoke. However, we don't do that as much. The backyard movies, of course, birthday parties. We rent the equipment out for presentations and
Mhm.
such, a wireless microphone system. And yeah, so
Okay.
mhm.
Alrighty. So I can watch movies, I can play games, or even if there's a wedding ceremony or anniversary, like you said, I can even just have video or slides up. I can
Mhm.
do all of that.
Mhm.
Mm,
With
all
with
right.
with with sound, with
With
sound,
sound.
with sound.
See, with
Yes,
sound, so I can have my music too.
you can
So,
have your music too.
William, can you share any lessons learned by being a small business owner?
Yeah, patience.
Mm,
You
that was
patience.
ready. You was ready with that one.
I was ready with that.
Patience.
Oh, I'm such a hard driver. I have to realize that my schedule isn't everybody else's schedule. And
Mm,
my expectations for, like, getting back to things may not be other people's time in their time frame or realistic. So I would, small business owners, be prepared to wait. Okay. Those things will happen. Just stay busy on the things. Find something, the low level. I call it the win a day. We
the
have a
win a
goal
day.
with a win a day with our company. You know, find a win that day, be okay with it, and don't expect the 4 or 5 different other things to come to you all in that same day. Find a win a day, and you're gonna be okay.
A win a day and you will be okay. I
Yes.
think that helps. I mean, that's a great lesson because I think with stress levels, anxiety, blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
everything, like if you trying to, if you waiting and stressing on something other people have in their court, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
So, so
Yeah.
patience,
Patience
patience.
and in details. Pay close attention to the details. Try not to get so passionate about things that you miss some of the things that could really set your business back, such as contracts and things. Like I got into business and I was like, oh, this is easy. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just go set up some movies. Let's go, y'all. Right. And then we got insurance. We got the commercial insurance. Right.
Okay.
And one of the customers said, could you please send your certificate of insurance? And I was like, well, what in the world is that? Though we already had it, I just had never requested a certificate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, well, we want to make sure that you're insured. Most companies have like a $1 million aggregated insurance for commercial, and that was all new and was all foreign to me. And so our
Mm.
contracts and all those different things already had that. I just didn't understand it. So that forced me to get in more involved and understand our liability if one of our screens were to blow and damage in the unlikelihood of or even hurt someone. We needed to ensure that we knew our business, our liability, and our different hurdles and challenges. So that was a big thing because it's not all fun. You need to make sure that you have yourself um, in order to operate as a business.
Yes, I really appreciate that because like you're giving William is giving some great gems here, some great nuggets because it's like yes to be patient, but also that attention to detail, knowing that contract, knowing what you cover because a lot of times it is true people will start businesses and don't have something that will protect them as
Yes.
well as the customers they serve. So that is great to know.
Hmm.
Thank you for
Hmm.
sharing that. And
No
so
problem.
let's talk about what you're proud of. So, is there one thing that you're particularly proud of in your business?
Oh
Something
my
that's just like,
goodness,
woohoo.
there's so many. I'm proud.
Okay.
I'm proud. I'm proud of my boo boos. I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my my wife Nicole. Who, firstly, I gotta share this with y'all. When we started this company, my wife Nicole said, "I am not a salesperson. I'm I'll work behind the scenes. I'll do all these different things, but don't expect for me to be out and sales pitching people. You know what? Mm-mm. She's the best sales rep
Best.
we have. And when it
Go
comes to
ahead, Nicole.
no code, yes. When it comes down to cha-cha slide, electric slide, guess who's out there? It could be a
Nicole.
hundred, 200 people. Yes. Come on out. She's out there dancing and having a good time. And my children, my children, they're kind of shy, but when it comes to movies and thanking our sponsors, our
Hmm.
daughter Kanaja, oh, that child. She grabbed a microphone. She writes out her own, like what she wants to say to the audience. The first movie was at the
I love
Plaza
it.
and Globe Coffee and Nina. Our summer events were there last year. And all of her friends, her peers were in the audience. And we said, Kanaja, are you nervous? Are you nervous, baby? She said, no, I just want to show them what I do after school. And so she was all excited and she did an excellent job thanking our sponsors, thanking everyone for coming out. And her favorite line is from our family to yours, thank you. That's her thing. So
That's her
there's a lot
thing.
to be
That,
proud of. We're really blessed,
yes.
Ramona, with that and friends and supporters and things. I'm proud of that. I mean, it's quite again. I can't share enough with all of you, whoever's listening. The community has wrapped their arms around our family and not only helped us to believe in this, but they're also coming along for the journey telling us that they read about us, they can see us, they see our screens up. So there's so much to be proud of. It's so much to be looking forward to. Um, I just can't even. We could spend the whole 30 minutes just saying what I'm proud of.
That's amazing. I truly love that, and that is so valuable to have your family and friends, and just that connection and that space to say, "I'm doing what I love doing with the people that I love." That's beautiful. So, William, what's on the horizon for your business? What we looking at? What's on the horizon?
Ramona, continuous growth, continuous training, moving from good to great is on the horizon for us. This year, we'll be introducing a new product, a LED trailer, which would allow us to provide our service, during the daylight hours. And we all know the state of
Mm,
Wisconsin, we have some real interesting weather, everyone. And so this new trailer will allow us to provide service under 45-mile-an-hour winds, snow,
mm,
rain. Yes, so it offers
wow,
us a real, true, game-changing experience for our customers and our community. So that's a huge piece that's coming out hopefully in July sometime. It's a custom made trailer, so it's some time associated with that. So we're
yeah.
really looking forward to that. Yeah,
That's exciting.
that is exciting.
That's very exciting. That is
Yeah,
coming soon.
yeah.
Anything you want to drop in our ear where you see yourself or your business in the next 5 years? You want to give us
Oh
any
yeah.
glimpse behind the curtain?
The next, yes, I will. Next 5 years, if everybody was keeping up with the ages of our children, they're going to be growing up. And so we will next 5 years, we're hoping to see some of the green kids kind of continue to step into their own with their contribution as they want to in the
Yeah.
business. So the next 5 years will feature our children bringing new products, bringing new life, bringing new vision
Come
to our
on now.
company. And so, Michael, our son, he's the vice president of equipment. He's been
Okay.
working out in the gym and everything. I said, Michael, what you doing, man? He's like, I have to be able to carry the speakers, Dad. I was like, oh no, young man, this is part. If this is what you want to do, that's fine. But he wants to be working like NASA or something like that. So
Okay.
technology and being close to technology is a close parallel for him, and he's always doing
Yes.
things with his hands. So the next 5 years would feature more family, more involvement from the community, and we're hoping to grow in different areas of the state, Ramona, because I feel
Yeah.
like by having different offices and things in different areas, we develop relationships that are organic, and we're able
Yes.
to work with our customer base a lot better because we'll understand the communities that we're operating out of. So look for that. We're also branching out into Green Bay this year. Yay, we're gonna have some presence in Green Bay,
Yay.
definitely Appleton, so in Neenah area, in that Fox Valley region.
All right, that is so amazing. I'm super excited, and I'm super
Yeah,
excited to see what the
yeah.
green kids
On the
gonna be
horizon.
doing
On the
on the
horizon.
horizon. You gave us
Yes.
a peek behind that. So I know our time is winding down. Oh my goodness, like I
Oh,
can continue. We
wow.
we can just keep
Yes,
talking. Like we are
right.
having a great time. But
Yes.
before I just let you go, William, is there anything that you would like to add to talk to your fellow entrepreneurs or supporters? Any word of advice before we get
Oh,
out of here?
I think just stay true to yourself. Uh, Definitely be kind to everyone that you meet. Even though you're going to have some bad days, try not to take it out on others. I feel like you're, you're as good as your last handshake and your last interaction with people. So we
Yeah,
try our best to treat people fair and kind. Some people might think it's like over the top, but it's really us just making sure that we make our experience with our company, our family, our image, and what we're trying to do a positive experience. So that's what I would leave
absolutely.
with the group. and
Well, thank you
everyone.
so much, William, for that. And so, William, the way for anyone to get connected to you, to learn more, we have your website up here. Um, just so if anyone definitely wants to learn more, reach out to William. You can definitely reach him at
Fo-
foxcityflix.com.
Fox City Flicks.
Foxcityflix.com. Say it
Yes.
right. Let me get my words out. And so, yes, so William, we truly appreciate you coming
Oh,
on,
thank you.
sharing
Thank
your
you.
journey, sharing your story with us. And so, with that, William, I know I hate to say goodbye. So we'll just say see
I
you later.
know. See you later.
See you later. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Ramona.
much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Have a great night. Again, everyone, we're so glad that William joined us. Definitely, if you want to learn more, connect with William, definitely reach out to him at the website that is on the screen, www.foxcityflix.com. So, yes, and so truly, everyone, we appreciate you for stopping by, checking out the Entrepreneur of Color Spotlight. And if you do know of any entrepreneurs of color, or if you yourself is an entrepreneur of color that would like to be featured on our spotlight, you can definitely reach out to us. There's two ways to reach out to us. You can email ye at why you wait YUVE at APL.org. Y'all, it's up on the screen. Like I'm just all over the place with this. And also the ColorBold Business Association. So you can also email us at the ColorBold Business Association at gmail.com. Definitely, if you email us, reach out to us, we can make sure that you get connected to get your journey and shared and get connected. Also, we truly again like to let you know if you want to see more of the spotlights, you can definitely follow up and check out our Facebook page, and that is on Facebook at EoC Spotlights, as well as on YouTube at EoC Spotlight as well. So you can definitely check out previous spotlights as well. So we truly thank y'all and appreciate y'all. We also, again, would like to appreciate our sponsors of the Entrepreneurs of Color Spotlight. And of course, that is WUCMA, that's the Wisconsin United Coalition Association. And then, as well as, we have the Hmong Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce. So we truly appreciate our sponsors. Y'all, again, we appreciate y'all for stopping by and checking out our Entrepreneurs of Color Spotlight. And we will see y'all next time.